Check, 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 check. What up?
Yo!
Andrea, Tommaso.
How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Shall I put my cap on as well?
Man, that's the memo. You know, beanies and beards.
There you go.
That might even be the next record, right? Beanies and beards.
Exactly.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Surviving.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you? Andrea, you're in Treviso, yeah?
I'm in Treviso, yes.
And Tommaso's
Yes,
in
hometown.
Tommaso, you in Padova.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't hear Tommaso. Oh man.
Tommy.
Tommy, come on, Tommy, talk to us. Tommaso, you can check in the settings on the.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
I'm back.
He's back.
He's back.
Awesome. So, for those tuning in, thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna move this QR code off my face, but if you want to hit it, it's the link to the record. Bonsoir, Muriel. Let me clear this. Hey, there we go.
Yo.
Here we are. So yeah, for everyone tuning in, thanks for tuning in. We wanted to get together and just chat to you all about this new project, the Dreamweavers album, which is right here.
Woo.
I have it chilling in the background as well while we talk. And for people who know me but may not know Andrea and Tommaso, introduce them and also hear about the project, which is largely their project. So it's its own funny story. So yeah, Andrea Lombardini in the middle here, bass player extraordinaire. Tommaso Capolato, the drummer extraordinaire. Yeah, so Tommaso and I have known each other, what, about 8 years now or something?
No, we met in 2009.
11 years now.
Yeah, man.
Wow, how time flies.
You dig?
So we met on a gig in Venice, in Italy. And you've known Andrea for how long?
I known Andrea for about 15 years.
Wow, okay. So you kind of held out on me for a while before you were like, oh, let me introduce my friend Andrea to you.
Well, the opportunity never came. Of course, I was trying to, link you guys up, but it took a while to happen, I guess.
No, for sure. What was the first time we played, Andrea? What was that?
First time we played. I don't remember. Tommy, do you remember?
Do you think it was?
Yeah, Uber Jazz in 2015, I think.
It was Uber Jazz.
Yeah.
So
with
that means
with Miguel Atwood Ferguson. Was it that gig or was someone else playing the bass on that one?
I'm not sure.
I think I did all the Uber Jazz, maybe, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure the first gig was a festival gig. Maybe we did a club before.
In Italy?
Yeah, maybe so, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was fun from right from the get-go. But we only got to play like what, once a year or so, or
yeah, something like that.
Pretty much whenever I have my Europe tours, I'd be doing like solo shows around the place. And then on those tours, every now and then there'd be a gig where someone would book a band show, or Tommaso would find us a band show in Italy, and so those would be the chances for us to play together. But it was the minority of my shows in Europe, so we never got a chance to really explore the idea of playing together more and developing something together. And then we have the story which led to this record in the background, Dreamweavers. Is in these guys' hands, Andrea and Tommaso's. So, man, I'll let you I'll let you share the brainchild of the project. What happened? Where did it come from?
Yeah, basically, we were on our way to a gig last July or June of 2019. We were on our way to Switzerland to play with you at...
that must have been a year earlier, right? 2018.
Cali Jazz.
Cali Jazz, yeah.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah. You're right. Oh, no, it was 2019, man. Because
we made it happen that fast?
No, hold on. Okay, because we didn't record this summer. We recorded a summer ago, right?
Exactly, yeah.
All right, so so 2018, Cali Jazz, Andrea and I drove, because I'm from Padova, which is close to Venice. Andrea is from Treviso, which is close to Venice in Italy. What are you rolling there, Andrea? Shit.
Funny shit.
I have my beer here.
Oh, maybe I got to roll one. But and then Cali Jazz is in Switzerland, for those who don't know, like on the shores of Lake Geneva. So like a long drive, but drivable from Italy, right?
Yeah, totally. It was like about 6 hours, I guess.
Yeah,
and it was
we had some equipment, double bass, so we chose to drive. It was better drive than train or.
Yeah,
because Cali Jazz is like a small town in the
Swiss
Alps.
The
lake. Yeah, so it's not easy to reach with a plane.
Yeah, and so you had to bring a double bass, I remember.
Yeah.
Which I remember you were kind of stressful about. But that was great because during that drive, Andrea and I were fussing how we still hadn't recorded with you, Mark, and me too. We hadn't recorded together, although we had played together for a longer time. And so we started envisioning like a recording in a trio setup where we would be playing without the electronic elements of your sampling and your electronic tracks below, and of course we both said, but Mark will never go for that. He'll never let us because we really wanted to kind of take over the production aspect, and so Andrea was like, no, Mark will never let us do it. Maybe, you never know. He's always up for a new challenge, and so, but the funny part that people don't know is that as we started imagining all this experience, we started saying, we gotta kind of like tie Mark up, onto a chair. We have to put some tape on his mouth so you can't say anything, and he cannot challenge us, like he usually does, and we're gonna call the project the Rubato, and the Rubato means kind of not necessarily kidnapped, but kind of like stolen away from, and in Italian, and we thought it sounded cool because Rubato, of course, is a musical term when you play free floating, for those that don't know, and so we totally got hyped up on this idea. We were like, oh my God, this is an amazing idea. And then, we got to the gig, and before the gig, where we were backstage, and we say, hey, Mark, we got an idea. How about, we tie you to a chair and we just let your hands and arms free and just play whatever you want to play. And then, we just record a trio album with no electronics. And then I remember you were like, I don't know about that. But then you were cool about it. And
well, hang on, let's be clear here. Like you came to me at the gig. We had to set up, sound check, and play, I think, pretty much.
Yeah.
And yes, Kiara, Project Kidnap, exactly. Kiara. And I remember you was like, we have a proposal for you. And I was thinking, oh fuck, what is it? And you were like, what if we produce a record, your next record, and you have no control over the narrative or anything about it. You just bring some music and turn up and play.
Mm-hmm.
And I said yes immediately.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like that was, and it was interesting because I'd just done the Ronin Orchestra record, which, as far as the release goes, like the mix down, the album sequencing, and the release, I deferred all that to the label, and that's unusual for me to do, even right. So that was a good introduction to let other people do some shit and don't have to do everything, and then that creates a more interesting kind of whole. And so this is doing that directly, obviously, with the music. So for me, when you guys came in, were like, basically you won't have control. That was your bottom line. I was like, yeah, cool, let's do it. That's where growth happens, and for all of us, we all make records. It's like you can't make this. There's no point in making the same record twice.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, let's make a record that I've never made, and from what you were telling me, I wouldn't have to stress about it. Like you guys had sorted everything out, so I was like, cool.
Exactly. But so one question: did you did use electronics in the Ronin Orchestra record?
Yeah,
right?
I had my full setup. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So
that was the difference.
What you were proposing too with that aspect was, that was fresh for me. I mean, last time I did a trio record was in 1996,
Damn.
and very few people outside of New Zealand would have even heard that. Like, it was a long time ago, and it's such a beautiful context, right? Trio.
Yeah, totally.
There's so many great records and artists and releases that are just, man, all about that three's the magic number shit. So,
hey Andrea, hello. Andrea Pasini is the gentleman who presses the vinyls. So,
oh yeah, I met him right at that Mother Tongue.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll get to that bit, but that's very cool. Yeah. So did you guys at that point have an idea of how you thought it would sound, or was it just a concept?
We actually had an idea. I mean, the two ideas was one to go in a kind of a new retro sound, so electromechanics keyboards like Rhodes or Wurlitzer and analog synths.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sound that now is becoming fashionable again. So and I mean it's part of the sound you already use in our set. So it's it was natural. And as for the music, we thought about going back to your repertoire, your tunes, and choose tunes from different records, from your past records, and tunes that we like, and play them in an acoustic fashion, more acoustic. And in the end, it what happened was half and half. Like we took some of your older tunes, but you composed a lot of new material. So that was unexpected and fresh, because new tunes fits the trio setting, I think. So
yeah, I remember on our way back after we played that gig, and at that point you said you accepted the challenge. So I remember Andrea and I going into your catalog on Spotify in the car on our way back, and we analyzed all of your tunes from albums such as Wait. What was the EP that you released with the stairs that go to the sun? What's the title of that one?
With stairs that go to the Leaving This Planet EP.
Yeah, Leaving This Planet. And other albums of yours. We just tracked down the whole catalog and we started listening to the whole repertoire. And I remember we spotted Marcina, which we eventually...
Marcina's World, yeah.
Yeah, Marcina's World, which we eventually recorded. And we picked other tunes. And I think maybe based on our selection, maybe you composed new material.
No, I didn't know what those tunes were, what the covers you wanted to do were of my stuff until I came to Italy to rehearse for the recording.
Didn't we send them over to you?
There might have been a bit of back and forth, but that was totally a different process for me than writing new material.
Right.
Because I didn't want to do covers of old stuff. To be honest. But I really appreciated that, this is the first record of mine I wasn't producing myself.
Right.
And production, in the beat music world, production means one thing. In the kind of live instrument world, it means a different thing. And so I was really into the idea of, this is a kind of a holistic production thing that you guys are doing, where you told me from the get-go, we'll take care of everything, the studio, the release, the blah blah blah, like all you have to do is turn up and play. And you said and bring some music. So I still didn't know what the sound of the record was, and I didn't understand honestly how the suggestions of covering older material fit into the picture. So it was cool to see that come together once we were together, going over it. But I was in Japan for a couple of weeks on an artist residency in Kaga in Western Japan, and one of my main things there was to write music for this project, because I was going to fly straight from there to Italy to play Fat Festival and then come and meet you guys and cut this record, right? So I remember just making sketches there, and they were heavily informed by what my experience there was. So Natadera Spirit Walk and Kodama Shade, those are like kind of almost like journal entries about my experiences in those places. And then you'd pick Motherland from 6 Degrees, which I thought that was a really astute choice. Like, it's a cut. I don't know if many people know that cut. Like, also when you have a 13-track record and it's track 12 or whatever, you don't know if people ever get that far. Before streaming happened.
But that's how deep we went into it.
That's how deep you went. You went to the ends of the record.
Exactly.
Right. But it was cool because that, I'd never even played that composition since recording it in 1999 or whatever. And then it was interesting to look back at it and how that kind of fits the story of the like heritage record and then the stuff I've been composing while I was on this residency. So that was great how you pulled that in. And then there were a couple which we put on the bonus cuts, right?
Yeah, Marcina's World and Mitsugaki.
Yeah, I love this 7-inch.
Yeah, it's so cool.
The colors. My son's friend saw it and was like, "Oh my god, your dad's new 7-inch is so cool! I want it on my bedroom wall." So but yeah, beautiful cut. We'll chat about that in a bit too, about the label and.
Hey, let me shout out to Bibi Radio Zapoi. She has an amazing radio program. For now, it's in Italian. I was just interviewed.
Oh, dope.
A couple of days ago in Venice. Radio Zapoi, you should check her out. She's doing an amazing job just giving light to local artists. So far, it's in Italian, but maybe one day she will do it in English as well. Just saying, Bibi.
Maybe you gotta join her on it, so it's bilingual.
There you go. A couple of days ago in Venice, but we have some audio issues.
Hey, Fred Cunha, what up? Nice, appreciate that. But yeah, so we did that bonus track 7-inch, right? Marcina's World and Mizugaki. I remember that was the only point in the whole process where I felt like I did insert myself. Was, you know, I didn't want those tracks on the record because I didn't feel like they were part of the story of the album, but they're part of the story of the process. So the idea of having them as their own existing bonus 7-inch is cool. And you know, it's Marcina's World, which was the opening track from Tides Are Rising album. So that was made in like 2003 probably. And then Mizugaki from the Heritage record from last year.
Right.
So I really like that we recorded those and how they turned out, and that we have the 7-inch, and it's kind of like a bridge for the project to kind of how it's directly related to the catalog and the process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, but the recording was fun.
Totally.
What do we do? We rehearsed for a couple of days, right?
No, we rehearsed one day.
We rehearsed one time.
Yeah.
I remember Tommaso, I sent you demos,
Right.
like that I'd done of these ideas, just little, you know, just knocked up some drums and simple parts. And then the ones you were interested in and ones you weren't so interested in, and you and I played for a couple of hours, just played through the material.
Yeah.
Before Andrea joined us for that one rehearsal before we hit studio.
Yeah, and then we went to Basement Studio in Vicenza, which is a sweet little studio. And we spent 3 days there.
Was it 3 days?
Yeah, 2.5 basically.
Nice, man. And that studio, I love that studio. Yeah, here's two things I remember distinctly. So that's Francesco with me. He's the engineer and the owner of the studio.
Federico.
Oh, sorry, Federico. I don't know why I thought Francesco. Sorry, Federico. And you know, dope studio, just so much vibe there, and that pizza. It's funny because this is normal for you guys, but you know, so this pizzeria was around the corner from the studio, right?
Yeah.
And what, a whole pizza was like €4 or something?
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, why is the best pizza in the world
So
€4? And that was our lunch.
Right.
There's a little collage snap of the instruments there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but the studio is super dope, and
I remember I brought in my Rhodes.
yeah, that's right, your Rhodes is there.
Yeah, my Rhodes is still there actually.
Right.
Yeah, we had that baby grand piano, the Rhodes, a little bit of synths. Frederick Toy, what up?
What up, Frederick?
Thank you, man. And the recording process was pretty fun too, I think too. Like because the tunes didn't really have identities at that point, did it? Did they, like as a trio?
No.
So what was your guys' experience of that from playing and also producing side of it? I'm curious.
Well, I remember there were definitely some challenging parts that I felt personally. I'm a little bit of a slow learner, so I kind of wish I had kept maybe like one more day to kind of practice the grooves that you had in mind. But actually, in the end, they turned out to be, you know, the recording turned out to be pretty successful in that regard. And we did do some tweaking with, Andrea and Antonio Nappo, the engineer who then eventually mixed the record. They did some editing. And I'm really grateful for that process, Andrea, because you guys really put a lot of time and work into that section of the process. And that was really, really nice. Actually, I have to make a confession, because I did go back in the Antonio Nappo studio in Milano because I wasn't happy with a couple of my takes. And so I'm a perfectionist, like we all are, and so I'm also glad that I had the opportunity to do that, and just to refine and kind of like round the corners.
Yeah, man. I
So-
mean, it sounded beautiful when I heard the mixes. I was like, yeah, this is a record.
Yeah.
Andrea, did you have a sound in mind, like overall? Once you had the parts, once we recorded.
Yeah, I mean the process of recording was it's a mix between making a jazz record and a more pop record. Like everything was tracked live, but with a click track. So we had a click on which we could do some more post production. So we basically just play the tunes live in the studio, and in a couple of takes, in a couple of rehearsals, find the sound of the tunes, and we just play with you was playing one of your instruments like piano or Rhodes, and I was playing electric or double bass, and we laid the first main track live, and then we start doing some overdubs around the good take actually, and so we overdub some synths and textures, and then back in the mixing studio we could, since we had a click track, we could play with time-based delays or time-based effects, and also did some here and there a little major tweaks on sounds. Like sometimes we added the drums sounds more like an electric drum, and sometimes we kept the more acoustic sound. So it's we try to keep the main vibe we had with you playing live, because that felt very natural to us, to me and Tommaso. We just took off it's not programming tracks, but it's you do that on the spot live. Actually, you do real time sampling and real time electro drum composing, and we just took that off and kept more of the live acoustic sound. And
What do you mean?
Yeah,
We took
you
it
mean in
off?
my usual process? To be clear, I didn't do that in the studio on this
Right.
project.
No. I mean, it's
We
what we
removed that
were
from the
used
process.
to. Yeah, it's what we were used to do that on live concert. We just took that thing out and just play everything more like a jazz trio.
Yeah.
But I think we still keep some of the beats. We still have some of the pulse and the beat of the electronic set going on, even if it's acoustic. And I mean, we can you say beatful track? I don't know. I mean, the tracks that have a more steady beat and some programmed rhythms, but they are not actually. Everything is played live.
Yeah, it's like some of the kind of the sensibilities which come from the kind of beat culture and electronic kind of influence. Those ideas are still present, but the sound of it, the sounds aren't present. But some of that intentionality is kind of mixed in with the jazz trio approach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, here's a little moment.
This is an alternate take of another solo.
Right? It's an alternate take. Yeah. It was funny actually hearing that for me, because I never heard anything from the control room as it was being played. But it was funny hearing that and hearing, the alternate take, be like, oh wow, that sounds cool. And then I thought it was a soprano saxophone for a minute, like, as well. I was like, what?
But I wanted to say, in regards to what Andrea just said, that the feel of the electronic drum beats, we tried to keep it, or at least I did. Hey, Meili, what's up?
Hey, Meili.
Meili was there actually. She
shot that little moment.
Yeah. Oh wow. So especially in Volta ao Mundo, which is kind of like more towards the style of your, kind of dance floor, broken beat, Mark the Clive-Lowe signature, typical vibe. And so that electronic drum beat aspect, we tried to keep it on a few tracks like that, maybe a little bit on damn, I forgot the name of the tracks now. What's the
maybe Birds of Prey?
Birds of Prey, yeah. Birds of Prey, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was cool actually, Birds of Prey, because that was, you heard it immediately. You heard that kind of Ayato Brazilian totally. Kind of vibe with it. So you got that Brazilian funk kind of underpinning it.
Yeah.
Fred Cunha, yes please. Share it with our Worldwide FM fam.
Hey Fred.
Yeah. It's cool, like, speaking to what Fred's just saying there too, it's great to be able to have this discussion. Like, I think it's kind of, due to the pandemic situation, we're actually having this discussion, whereas in any time it would be good it's great just to talk about the process and what created it all.
Totally.
So we got mixed down, we got all done, and we had this record. And then the label, for me, the label's a massive part of this. I guess even though the process-wise, as you guys as the producers and for the three of us as musicians, really the bulk of it is about, being in the studio, creating and getting it done, but then getting out to the world, so important.
Totally.
So we, through Tommaso, hooked up with Mother Tongue, and if Patrick's still around, I wanted to, get him in and
bring him in.
Because it's kind of like Andrea, in my mind, like Andrea took the album over the finish line as far as getting the music finished.
Totally.
And then Tommaso, he passed the ball to Tommaso, and Tommaso took it home to the release.
Yeah, but I wanted to say that, hey Patrick.
Hey guys.
What up, Patrick?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I haven't got a beanie, unfortunately, so...
You missed the beanie and beard memo, bro.
My beard, man, is not there. I need to grow up. I need to grow up still.
So I wanted to say that the cool thing about this whole process is that we had the vision in the car on the way back from Switzerland, and Mother Tongue was part of the process since day one. I mean, I had no doubt that this had to be a Mother Tongue production, and Andrea didn't know it at the time, so I had explained to him the experience that I just had with releasing my Beats album, Butterflying, that came out in 2019. And that was Mother Tongue's very first release. And I was so happy.
Wow, that was the first release.
Yeah.
Dope.
The worst selling album on Mother Tongue.
No, man.
It's catalog, man. It's going to sell forever, and that's going to be a lot of units.
It's because the other releases are selling out so great. So that's, the bar is high, so the level is very high. So, it's good to be on the bottom. But yeah, the design was very clear from the beginning, and it was always a pleasure to work with Patrick since day one. We communicated in such a similar way, very fast, very no BS, just straight to the core. Everything that needed to be done was done. Communication on top-notch levels. So, okay, I'm done bragging about you, Patrick.
Wow, you never talk to me like that, man. I'm getting emotional here.
No, I can't. Otherwise, I gotta keep you.
The whole project was just, amazing from the beginning, even before actually listening or knowing about the tracks. When Tommaso was saying to me, "Oh, we got this project with Mark. This is the idea." When you know that something is just meant to be, and you just know it's natural, it's organic, and it's gonna go where it has to go without. I don't want to say without doing anything, but it just flows naturally, right? And this whole feeling is just sticked, and it's what I think makes this album really great at the moment. Even now, looking at you guys listening to the tracks in the background, it's just so I don't know. It's a record for the heads, but at the same time, you can just listen to it like
it's refreshing.
From start to finish without getting bored. It's just something that you listen really, that you want to listen. You want to go back to listen, and every time you listen to it, there's something new you discover. So I think that's one of the keys, of making a good and long-lasting record, in my humble opinion, obviously.
I love that, man. Yeah, love that you wanted to take it on, and that you and Tommaso had this relationship going on, and then we'd done that one, the Cloud9 joint, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah. That was really great. And plus, I'm a big, I'm a fan. I've always been a fan. So, and you're friends with, apart from Tommaso, with Enrico, and loads of other people that we have, friendship in common. So do this together now it's sort of like everything coming together, just meant to be, like I said, I think, in a very true way, right?
I dig it, man. And I for me, I was excited because Tommaso had been telling me about what you're doing with Mother Tongue, and for people who don't know, like the way I was hearing it, here's a new Italian record label. Well, actually, no. First, was like here was Patrick setting up his own pressing plant, like in Verona, in Italy, and I know you're ahead, so I was like, well, that's going to be done properly. And then it's like, oh, it's a label too, and just
distribution.
Distribution, the world takeover, right? But I love that whole vibe where it's, you're running a label where you love the music, and you've put together this kind of business structure to support it, but it's all close to you. Like you have control over the pressing, and the A&R to the pressing, to the artwork, to the distribution. It's all very kind of under your umbrella, and I really dig that, because it means that everything's taken care of properly. And I have to be honest, actually, because I moved house recently, and one thing that's not set up yet is turntable. I haven't heard the vinyl yet.
What?
Right? And so, and I know, like, everyone's told me that the cut's incredible, and that how it sounds so much better than off digital file.
Shout out again to Andrea Pasini, who's so anal about the pressing. I've seen him. I see him like checking his just pressed vinyls every some copies, going to the turntable and just putting the needle to make sure there's no static. It's crazy.
I can't wait. And
but I must say, man, but the mixing and the mastering of this record, it sounds so great. And what we do as a pressing plant is just if you've got something that's really good, then it comes out really good, so the mixing and the mastering of that record is just amazing. It sounds amazing. It really sounds amazing. So when you have everything working, it just comes out the way it should, you know.
That's dope.
So,
I see Frederick's bigging up your whole catalog.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So, what's that?
No, I was just wondering where Andrea went.
He's right there. Little disappearing trick. But yeah, man. I mean, thank you for putting it out, and you know, I think the 7-inch thing, that was, I guess, my insistence, but you were just down from the gate. Like, yeah, it's, you know, making the whole.
That is even for me. That's even. I don't want to say. I mean, it's two different things, but that 7-inch is just incredible, man. Just really, really nice. I know the only thing we got the name wrong at the beginning. But you know what? It's funny actually, and we can dig into that for a second. So the track is called Marcina's World, right? And you can see on the artwork there. So it's like Marcina and then Mizugaki. That was the name of the track and the file.
On the file, but I'll tell you what's cool. I'll tell you what's cool is, so Marcina's World. Marcina is my son, and so the track is kind of self-evident. But Mizugaki is my mum's family name.
Oh wow!
Okay.
So, and when I showed him this, and I was like, "Look," he's like, "Can you, Dad? You gotta send me one." It's like, "Well, I have to send you one because look at it. It's like Marcina Mizugaki. That's like your name."
Wow.
So that's kind of cool. Actually, he's coming around later on tomorrow, so he'll finally get his 7-inch.
Amazing.
I think it's
Patrick,
nice also. It's nice that the music on the 7-inch is just on the 7-inch.
Yeah,
that's nice too. It's a nice touch. So,
You mean as opposed to streaming? It's not on streaming, right?
Well,
and
it's not on the album.
It's not on the record. So it's not on the album.
Normally 7 inches are like singles of the same tracks you get on the album. So in this case, it's like a bonus. But normally people do bonus, maybe only digital or streaming bonus tracks. In this case, to do a 7-inch with 2 bonus tracks together with the release, I think was nice to put out. You know?
Yeah, totally. I did a few packs for my Patreon subscribers with the 7-inch and the LP signed, and just, nice little care package.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's dope. But yeah,
are the bonus tracks on streaming medias?
Only Bandcamp digital.
Bandcamp.
Oh, only but not Spotify and Apple.
No.
Cool.
Yeah, got to keep it special, for the heads.
Exactly.
And there's something about that too, where it's like, we all came up digging, in different ways, digging through albums and music, but that thing where it's like
digging my own grave.
There you go. But there could be, you could have someone who's super into the record, and then one of their friends who's a real head is like, oh yeah, but you know about the 7-inch? Like, there's 2 more tracks, and that's some deep digger stuff, and it's cool to, I think, contribute to that culture maintaining and.
Meili say, okay, now I need a 7-inch as well. Please keep a copy with my album to bring. But then she's like, oh, y'all sold that shit. But I got a copy for you, Meili. Don't worry.
It's sold out, right? The 7-inch.
No, we still got some copies.
Oh, nice.
Not many, but we still got some copies, because at the beginning it was just like direct sales through Bandcamp and the website.
Yeah.
Now shops have that 7-inch too, so it's like running out fast. We haven't got many left.
Hey, do you have, or Tommaso maybe, do you have the color LP to show? Like, I haven't got that yet, so.
Let me go get it. Just give
grab
me
one of those.
Oh yeah, no.
I need to be honest. I've got the black one because I'm a black vinyl guy. I don't.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you.
The colored one. I mean, I know they're nice, but I want the black vinyl.
Well, I want both. I've only got the black.
I've got the normal one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the black one. Probably.
Patrick, is like an urban myth that black sounds better, or is just.
It used to, right?
It used to, yeah. It used to, because the color, I mean, the PVC, the compound they used to use ages ago wasn't the same quality of the black one. But now, if you use, new PVC and new compound, it's the same basically.
Okay.
Wow.
It's not the big difference.
The color's 180 grams, right?
The color's 180 grams.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see it, Tommy.
Hold on, because I have to look for it because I have a few copies here. So I guess I will feel the weight, right?
I mean, yeah. If you're a real head, you'll be able to feel the difference between a 180 and a 140.
You will never tell, man. I heard it.
Oh, look at that! Beautiful.
Oh.
That was actually for Andrea. That was Andrea, my guy at Mother Tongue. Was really difficult to make because to have that double color separated that way, you basically need to put the first color in at the beginning and then add like the second one, but by hand, you know. So you need to stay there while the machine is going and put in new color. So it's like a really, you know,
He's an artist, man.
Yeah, he is.
He is.
For sure.
He's an artist. I just while this track's in the background, got to shout out the brother Ross G.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. Ross G.
Ross G, you know, progenitor of the LA bass music scene, and amazing human being and producer and everything. He passed away not long before we recorded the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was in Japan and then on my way to Italy when that happened, and so I just suggested like we have to do a Ross G beat. You know, we gotta do a little tribute to him, and the way Ross just, you know, love Sun Ra in, you know, all the cosmic shit and Afrofuturism, and like it was fun in kind of thank you and tribute and homage to him to like take his beat and then just turn it inside out into some cosmic, you know, free jazz fusion thing, and I think he would have liked that one.
I think so.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So hopefully we get to play this music for real, right?
Tricky for me.
Oh my god.
Oh, what's that, Andre?
Yeah, because the bass line, the bass line on the original record is
the Ross G joint.
Is a sample, and rhythmically is a little bit off the hook, and so it's really tricky to play that way live, and
right.
So it was really nice to try to transfer that kind of feeling to a live session, and it reminds me a little bit of Dilla sound, where samples are not cut on the beat, and so it was a nice experiment. It came out really well. I mean, I really enjoyed playing the track.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite tracks.
I love listening to it, and actually it was interesting. I remember in the session because on Ross's beat there's two sections, and he kind of chops between them. So I think we're just, you know, I was just kind of throwing up my hand, waving when it was time to change section, but trying to think of that in a slightly kind of a traditional sense, like, you know, not necessarily next 8 bars we're going to switch. It's like, no, right here, you know. But yeah, I love how that one came together. Frederick saying Bandcamp is starting ticketed live streaming. Yeah, what do you guys think? Cannot wait. It'd be cool if we could get a trio live stream on there somehow. But I'd want to do that in the same room with you guys.
Yeah.
Like that's a difficult one to piece together. You know,
I want the real thing. The real
thing. Yes.
We'll get back there, man, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Andrea, let's go to LA in February.
Yeah, why not?
Where are we going to play, dudes? On the live stream?
No, in your room.
In your new room.
You know what? We could, you know, if we worked out a way to get you guys here, we could live stream it from the world stage.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But let's see. I mean, I think, you know, the world is going to open up again and things will restabilize. And I'm just hoping all the venues are still there. Like, yeah. Are you guys locked down again in Italy?
I mean, we can move between cities in our region, so I can go to Andrea and I can go to Patrick if I wanted to.
Right.
But other regions are in a more severe lockdown.
Oof.
And we still got curfew 10 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you need to be home before 10 o'clock. And all the restaurants closed from 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so you need to get drunk before.
Before 10, yeah.
Not before 6.
Before 6.
Yeah, because the bars close at 6.
Okay.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, here it's 10 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, hopefully we get through all that shit. And, because I mean, as well as being fun to play this record, it'll be great to, develop a next record. And, I feel like trio is something, I mean, we've seen it with countless artists over decades, but it's something that if it's given a chance to evolve, each trio finds its own kind of balancing point, right?
Dreamweavers Volume 12.
Volume 12. We'll do one a year. That'll be what, 2032?
Exactly.
Oh, cool, guys. I don't know, you guys have any other thoughts about the project you want to share with people while we're here? Or?
Yeah, well, actually, what you just said, exactly that I wish that this is the start of a, kind of a series for us three. So that would be really, really cool because, as we hopefully we will get to play live, then we can consolidate more and more our interplay and our telepathic musicality interaction, and then more cool stuff can be done. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Andrea,
now we can also write new music, write new music, thinking more about the trio sound.
Right. Yeah.
So it's gonna be even better.
Actually, Jonathan Rudnick, I don't know if he's listening, but he was suggesting that maybe the next two albums could be like, more material from Andrea on the next one, and then more material from me, and then, or, a mix of things.
Yeah, man.
So
come with some tunes.
I have lots of tunes. We have lots of tunes, Andrea and I. So.
Let's go.
Write new stuff. I need to write new stuff for the trio,
Yeah, I mean, writing, like you're saying, Andre, writing specifically for the context that's the shit. Like now we know what it is, and even just scratching the surface of it, and hopefully, if Mother Tongue wants us to do some more,
of course, man. Go for it. Yeah.
Frederick is asking you a question off topic, Patrick. I'm going to share it here. There you go. Will we see a Gary Superfly album?
I don't know. I'll ask him. Gary is actually working with us now. I mean, he's one of the family. So he's
shout out to Gary.
Yeah.
Dope,
and I'll ask him. I'm pushing him a lot because that 7-inch was like part of me pushing him, because he has lots of tunes, but he's when you're stuck, you need someone to push you a bit into production and stuff like that. So I think we will hear a lot of his stuff.
Gary is shy. He's shy.
Yeah. He's a character.
Gary's super shy.
Super shy. Yeah. Yeah, but really, I mean, this project is amazing. So anything you guys want to do, I'm here.
Oh, thank you, man.
Really.
We appreciate you.
Really.
Yeah. Wicked. Well, good.
By the way, Mark, a thing I would mention is the Japanese CD release.
Oh, that's happening?
Oh, yeah, that's happening.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I got.
Nobody knew.
What do you mean?
No, I knew.
Me and Mark Tommaso, you don't need to know it.
I feel betrayed, completely betrayed.
It's above your pay grade, bro.
It's on Rings. Rings, right?
Yeah. What's the date on that?
February. I don't have the exact date, but they sent me the paperwork today in Japanese, and which was, I never saw that, the tax document in Japanese, man.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah, I could put that on the wall. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
the tax document in Japan, even that is cool, you know?
That's dope.
the only country where that can be cool. Right?
And of course, we should totally tour Japan at some point.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh wow,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I need to come with you guys.
Yeah, you'll open and
Yeah.
close with the
Take
DJ
all
set.
There we go. I mean, so Rings will that CD will be the only version of the record
Only
on CD
version on
in the
CD.
world. So for heads who want the
Japan
CD,
only, yeah.
you got to order it from Japan,
Wow.
and it does come with bonus tracks. So
Yes.
it's the only place you'll find that stuff.
Nice.
No, I'm excited for that, man. Definitely, get us a copy when you get it, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Ask them to send us some copies. So I'm sure they'll send you two. I mean,
Beautiful.
No problem. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, y'all. Is it getting close to bedtime, or are we about to party? What are you guys doing?
I'm about to party. I mean, I'm by myself, but I'm gonna party somehow. I don't know how.
I still need to eat. So I'll probably have something to eat.
Yeah, I like it. We had Thanksgiving yesterday, so I'm going to be on leftovers today.
Oh wow!
Nice.
Oh, yeah. So you're
Can't
not
wait.
hungry then?
Now I'm ready to eat again. It's like I think I stretched my stomach enough yesterday. Now it's like, yeah, give me some more. But,
Actually,
yeah.
I'll put this on now on vinyl. So
Hey,
since I have a turntables,
nice. I will set up the
Mark, you need
turntable.
to fix
I'll
that,
set up
man.
it.
You got all that gear and you haven't got a turntable.
come on, man.
No, and just in front of me is a whole lot of vinyl too, and the and the new Johari Masamba unit joint. And
Oh wow,
like,
yeah, that is
you know,
dope.
yeah. So, yeah, on it. All right, let's talk soon.
Absolutely.
And thanks for everyone who tuned in, just checking it out and commenting and enjoy the music. It's like available everywhere, right? Bandcamp, record stores,
Everywhere,
Spotify, Tidal pays us the best if you're streaming it.
But Bandcamp or buying
But Bandcamp's the shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
or direct from mothertonguerecords.com.
Yeah, or come around to the house and slip me a 20 and I'll like
Old school.
Cheers, Maurice. Appreciate that. All right, y'all. Enjoy your nights.
Good.
Bye,
You
guys.
too, bro.
And soon.
Bye.
Yeah.
Peace.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Peace.
Ciao.
Ciao, guys.
Ciao.
Grazie mille.
Yeah.
Grazie a te. Ciao.
Grazie.